Pretty sure.
Walk over there and be on top of the sign, and we can like hang in the waterfall.
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
I can take it for you. You want to do? So you really need. Tell you what to do. Right? Okay, go. Go there.
You ready?
Go over by the sign, Tim. Everybody wave. Smile.
We're tourists. Okay, that's enough.
How you guys doing?
Okay, we have 4.
Good.
Still have 4 adults? Do you have any discounts? Are you a member of AAA?
We're a member of AAA, Mom, aren't we?
Are you?
Alright. They're going to be $84 total. It changes colors. This is my best side. Have a nice day.
Can we go anywhere in any one of the rides in that?
Oh yeah, it's
Okay. It's a scary. Move your hand.
Now beyond our background is Burbank Studios, housing Warner Brother Films and Columbia Pictures. Also located in Burbank is the NBC Studios. Now here in our background we have over 500 sets depicting areas all over the world. We'll be traveling all over the world today. We'll go from ancient Rome to Little Europe to the Old West to Old Mexico, Anytown, USA, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, just to name a few. You'll even recognize some of these sets from your favorite movies and television shows. We're going to go from Hill Valley from Back to the Future, Farewell from Cyclone Sea to Psycho House, Mayfield from Leave to Beaver, Amity Island from the movie Jaws, as well as Cabot Cove from Murder, She Wrote, which stars Angela Lansbury, which can be seen on Sunday nights on CBS. Adam 12 of the 90s, it's a remake of the Adam 12 series. Snoops, that stars Tim Reed II, Melissa Berger.
You are now prisoners. Do not attempt to escape. Move forward immediately, or we will blast you.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We're on a tour of the studio today, and, well, we don't have time to stop here. Mike, let's go around this, okay? Whoa! Looks like we have to make some time. What do you say? Ladies and gentlemen, we're being drawn into a Cylon battleship. Have those cameras ready to go. Who knows what'll go on inside? We're on a tour of the studio today, and, well, we don't have time to stop at just any spaceship we come upon.
It's tape over Get these bumps, sit back, get the guys sitting right here and take them back by their studios and stuff.
I am the Imperious Leader, and you are now under my control. You will be vaporized in 30 seconds.
Vaporized?
Centurion, activate the death beams.
Oh no, not the death thing. Please, anything with the death.
Escape is impossible.
Over there, too.
Unauthorized entry. Who dares defy the Imperious Leader? Captain Apollo. Origin. Battlestar Galactica. Captain Apollo. Terminate him and destroy the human.
In the name of the Federation, I demand the release of the humans.
Apollo, you will not leave this ship alive. Annihilate
Oh, but don't worry, the flames are real, but that house will never burn down. As a matter of fact, it's made of a flame retardant material. As we get closer to you, you can see it's not a house at all, it's just a facade. Facade means false front. We do our exterior shooting here, then we go to a soundstage to do the interior shots. Right now,
really work. What I have here is a replica of the clay miniature model used in the making of Universal's Flash Gordon serials. Now, as you can see, it's fueled by ordinary 4th of July sparklers. But this 1936 special effect thrilled a nation of Saturday matinee moviegoers. They came back week after week to see the continuing saga of Flash Gordon. And this is the rocket ship, and as it was photographed on a soundstage, if you look overhead, you can see how the rocket ship appeared on the movie screen.
Get it up here, Timmy, on the screen. Yeah, it's Tim.
Now once the picture is turned, I can come from the ceiling down the wall into the picture. Hi, how you doing? Look around. Going back to the ceiling, and up I go. See, quite easy to do this. Now Katie's playing cards, and these are magnetized. Why don't you take a card on each hand, one in your right hand, one in your left. Hold them out to the sides like about here. Great. On the count of 3, all you have to do is drop them. All right? But we're going to watch you on the movie screen. All right? Think about where the card should go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And that's the effect. How about a round of applause for Katie, our first volunteer? Model and took a picture. Came out like that. Then moved the model a little bit and took a picture. Moved the model a little, took a picture, moved, and picture. Running all the pictures together created the illusion of the models coming to life. And in 1925, these results were truly astounding.
The same technique was used in 1953 by O'Brien's protege, Ray Harryhausen, for the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms.
Just get a little bit of
Delivered his masterpiece in 1959 with the stunning 7th Voyage of Sinbad.
That's cool.
One of 2 built for Steven Spielberg's film 1941. This Pacific Ocean Park set was originally 120 feet by 90 feet. Our stage can only hold 50 feet of it. The greatest effect came when a Japanese submarine blasted the Ferris Wheel. It is often too expensive to transport.
Several different types of Kodak film were used to create this traveling mad sequence. Kodak is the only company to provide the motion picture industry such a wide range of pinnacle film products. Done in the movie, we're going to recreate with Billy here. How you doing? Okay, 10 years old, right? E.T. the Extraterrestrial is #1 all-time box office successes in the world. Lots of people all over the world have seen E.T. probably more than once. Have you seen E.T.? Yep, how many times? 42, what a fan. Okay, Billy's on the bike. The process is called chroma key. Now it's also called blue screening because behind Billy we put a blue screen just like this. Now the camera is programmed. It eliminates the color blue. It doesn't read it. On the left you see what the camera sees. On the right you can see what it does. It eliminates the color blue. It'll put Billy's picture back in the center, but now we're going to put the blue with a new background. We're just going to replace it just like this. And now, by combining a new piece of film behind Billy, he is in flight. How about a big wave out to everybody, Billy? A big wave and smile. Hi, I'm flying. Okay, all these people, look over here on my side here and give them a wave. You're going to be in pictures, photo albums, and stuff of people that you never saw before in your entire life. How about that? Pretty good stuff, huh? All right? Good? It's over. So you come.
Ready for your cue and gunshots.
Go get help.
Look around. Ready to run across the...
First, we're going to give the scene a more dramatic feeling by adding music. This is Grammy Award-winning composer and musician Jan Hammer. He not only writes the music for Miami Vice, he performs it as well.
On Miami Vice, one of the things we've been able to accomplish is to create a complete sense of mood and atmosphere with music. In this scene, the music must create a sense of danger and dramatic tension, and it must do it in the Miami Vice style.
We can hear how much the music adds to the scene. Then the finishing touches in the audio production process are added, the sound effects.
Sound effects are very important in surfaces, as well as doors, windows, and other hand props necessary for any particular scene. About 65% of the times we do what we're about to do right now. You watch the clip without sound. Don kicks the door, I kick in the door, a little bit louder. They walk in the room, we match their footsteps, just a little bit louder. Okay? We do everything the actor does, only more loudly, so that when they film the scene, we can concentrate on what the actor is saying. But these sound effects are just as important, and that's why they're enhanced. They come out very clear. So we enhance them about 65% of the time. We also do things like breaking glass, so that the actors on the screen don't have to go through real glass and get cut. They go through candy glass and sponge sugar with a breakaway wood frame, and they don't get hurt. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound like real glass, which is another job of the Foley artist. When you hear it on a TV screen, what you see is also what you hear. Now we've got the dialogue and the footsteps and the glass, and the only thing we're missing are the gunshots. There are a lot of them. They're all separate. They're added now.
Gunshots present special problems for sound editors. Real guns just don't sound dramatic enough. So they edit in special sound effects for every single gunshot in the soundtrack of Miami Vice.
I get a bang out of my job.
Now the scene is complete. Let's play it back with music, Foley, gunshots, and dialogue all in the right places.
Not everything is done in the same location. It's not done at the same time, it's not done in the same location. In the case of Miami Vice, Jan Hammer added the music from his upstate New York home studio. Filming took place in
of spaceships flying through the universe. In motion control. The model never moves. The camera does. As you can see, a computerized camera is now moving the length of the ship against a black background. By adding a field of stars, we now create the illusion of the ship flying through space.
Terry here. Chris is the Russian cosmonaut, brave, experienced, strong. There he is. And there's Terry, the scared, timid, shy American on the right there. They're going to be combined with background.
Yes, Officer Colonel, can you hear me? Yes. Yes, I hear you.
Gosh. Do not worry, and most of all, do not look down.
Colonel, look ahead of you. Look at Berlovsky.
Have no fear, Colonel. There is nowhere to fall.
Nowhere to fall. Right. All right, gentlemen, we've got a problem. You better pick up some speed and get to Discovery. There's a moving object, and it's coming your way. There!
Meteor, get close! Hurry! Hurry!
Help! I'm drifting! What's going on out there? Report!
He's been thrown on the meteor. He's moving away from me.
Direction!
Towards Jupiter. He's moving into the gravitational field. I'm going after him.
Berlovsky, don't jeopardize the mission.
Soundstage 37 again on Paul's side of the Tram is where Steven Spielberg directed a whole lot of The Color Purple with Whoopi Goldberg and Denny. You're gonna love her. Guys that are out.
That was just so terrible. What's even worse than worse?
These appear to be brick, stone, and mortar in many instances. Actually, all they are foam rubber, styrofoam, chicken wire, wood, and nothing else. If these sets appear to be in a run-down state, well, that's because we don't dress them until just before we go into production. To dress a set, of course, simply means to go into our properties warehouse and bring out special signs, lampposts, mailboxes, other things to make you believe it's whatever time or place we need you to believe it is. Traveling on now the area we call San Francisco Street, even though it doesn't look much like San Francisco, the reason why we named it that was because of the brick building that you see now on my side of the tram. That is where Macmillan and Wife lived in the Macmillan and Wife television series, and if you remember, they did live in San Francisco, so we dubbed this street after that. Where momentarily Yep, you're right. You took a guess. Yep, that's right. Good guess. On Paul's side of the tram where it says Teresa's Beauty Salon there, that was the coffee shop where they had the guys betting in the Sting, Robert Redford, Paul Newman, Robert Shaw. That was the little coffee shop where they went in and made their bets from the telephone in the Sting. We're on Brownstone Street right now. Many motion pictures and television shows filmed in this area. When Abbott and Costello were doing their series here, we had their home located right here on our Brownstone Street. As we turn on to New York Street now, even more television shows and movies we're seeing here. This is Old Chicago from the Sting. We had an elevated train running right up through the middle of this street for that motion picture. It is when Alfred Hitchcock was still alive. He's filmed Topaz and Torn Curtain right here on this street. This is Seattle, Washington from Harry and the Hendersons. John Lithgow and Kevin Hall starring in that motion picture. The big stone-looking building on Paul's side of the tram was a bank. The bank robbery was in progress when a police officer having a hot dog across the street decided that wasn't real gallery. It almost burned to the ground in the opening sequences of Legal Eagles. Daryl Hannah and Deborah Winger starring in that motion picture. Mock-up of a DC-9 and a 747, the interiors of those airplanes. If you saw Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito, you might remember that Arnold Schwarzenegger was supposed to share that with you folks, but I love you like family. I know you won't squeal on me. So, Dick Tracy, top secret information. If we see some of the sets from Dick Tracy a little bit later on in the tour, I'll use code. It'll be DT this, DT that. Get it, Dick Tracy? Okay, that way I don't get in trouble. Now, because we are indeed in production now on Back to the Future 2 and 3, and we're inside a courthouse square now, Amblin Entertainment that produces Back to the Future 2 and 3, and 1 for that matter, they put out this spiel, and I'm supposed to do this like verbatim, so forgive me, I'll read this to you here. It's hokey. They want me to say this, I'm sorry. Now, we're about to take a trip to the future. Back to the future, that is, as we enter Courthouse Square in the town of Hill Valley. Now, those of you who saw the movie Back to the Future recognize the clock tower on Paul's side of the tram. That's where the courthouse was, and lightning struck that clock tower. Matter of fact, the street that we're traveling, you get a little better look at all of the sets in this area. Actually, what we're now in is the year 2015, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Back to the Future Part 2 is just finished filming right now. They're going into production on Back to the Future 3 at this time. Let's see here. Let's skip ahead a little bit. You may remember there was a parking lot right there in the middle of the square where the fountain is now. It was in, you remember that at the end of the first Back to the Future, but in the year 2015 they put a pond in there, a little fountain. There was all kinds of water in there, a little fountain that spouted up to beautify the town. The green building on the corner, now those of you in the first and second cars, you kind of have to look back to see this. The third and fourth cars, look straight across there on my side of the tram. That was the malt shop in 1955 where Marty first ran into his future father, George McFly, when George was still a teenager. What happens to that building in the future? Well, you got to see Back to the Future Part 2 to find out. Next to that is the antique store over there, and right up ahead here where I am now, the 7th, you remember, the end of Back to the Future 1, we don't need roads where we're going. Remember that? Christopher Lloyd came back in and raided the trash can to get fuel for... Name that tune, for those of you who weren't with us while we were waiting for you to load up on the tram. Name that tune. Port or something, I don't know, Sander ought to come up here.
Latest word just in. The pattern of destruction continues each causing thousands of deaths. Police admit they are powerless to stop the enraged beast, but military units are rushing to the scene. The beast was last sighted at 200 meters.
Uh-oh, that's where we are now.
Thank you, Senator. We're now offering up the wreckage of a crushed L train. The helicopter beside us is searching for... Wait! There's a trail of people down there. Attention, people on the trail! You are in danger!
Hey, you big ape! Oh my God! Hang on! Over one of the oldest structures, 15, when Carl Lemley was running our studios here. Would you like to drive across it with our spec? Did you guys see that? Don't worry about it, that's all right. We're going to go ahead and go across here and give you guys a great picture taking off. Wow. That's never happened before. Oh, wow. Oh, maybe this isn't safe. Maybe we shouldn't do this. I don't swim. The bridge is falling apart. Can we not do this, please? Paul, please. Stable is the economy. We're in a lot of trouble. Don't forget, folks, if anything should happen, the red cushions only may be used as flotation devices. Only the red ones. Hang on, here we go. Oops, I got a blue cushion. I'm going to sink like a rock. I don't like this. I really don't swim. I'd like to get off this bridge as fast as possible. Oh, no, look, you get a good view. By Lee Majors, chased Bigfoot right across that very bridge as it was collapsing down around him. The effect of falling was created by hydraulics. We were actually in no danger at all. If you keep your eyes on it on my side of the tram, you'll see that it'll actually put itself right off back together. Well, to keep them looking fresh and green, we simply spray them with a green vegetable dye. It's easier to make them look any height you need them to look like. On my side of the tram, folks, it's called Prop Plaza. This is going to be a brief rest stop for you on your tour today. You want to plan on spending about 20 minutes or so in this area. Inside of...
Go. Stop that thing.
The next.
Listening from Ed Kleinhands, Channel 4 Action News. This is Timmel Schmitz, reporting live back to the family and all the friends. Hello everybody, hello Lisa, Gretchen, Teddy. Don't put that thing on me and everyone, especially those who are special. We're gonna move. This is just a Ferrari, no big deal.
Do it, Dad.
It's real easy when working at a place like that to pick up a car like this, as you can see. You put the trunk being fixed, and you notice it's real easy to do. I have gotten bigger since the last time you seen me. The hair's gotten a little longer here, so I need a bigger phone. So we made this up here. As you can see, my fingers probably just barely fit it. Now, Lisa, I hear you had a pretty interesting experience with the police. Okay, I hear you had a pretty interesting experience with the police. Kind of like something with bars. Tim, if you'll stay right out there, I'll hop in here. Go ahead and stay right out there. Now, Lisa, if you're not careful, they're going to throw you behind bars for good, so just stay away from the bars. That's all I got to tell you, all right? And, I know, it's I tell you. And that's all.
Debbie, you and Tammy can
Katie, kiss him. Kiss him.
Oh no.
I go here. Hey, Kate, I'm not getting on his after Tammy. My cracker check. Okay. Hey, Mary. They don't know. Super responsible, and they no, don't waste your car because it's their system.
This area was also used as the Appian Way in the movie Spartacus. You'll see that it's pouring down rain.
That picture's going to turn out well.
On my side, it's perfectly clear and dry. That's exactly what they meant by a 50-50 chance of rain. Now, sometimes in this area, because we're in a valley, it causes a flash of flood when it rains. So everybody, please action involved. You might want to have your camera aimed down towards the top of the hill just in case. Wait a minute, it sounds like one's coming right now. It sure is. Watch out, everybody. Watch out for that tree. Now we create this effect by actually dumping 10,000 gallons of water to a tank over the top of the hill. After the flash flood runs its course, it gets pumped back up to that tank. We can recreate another flash flood in just a matter of minutes. And we create the rain by putting sprinklers in the trees, aim the water upward, and the rain falls down to earth naturally, just like natural rainfall. The tree itself that fell over, that works on a hydraulic system, similar to that of the bridge that you saw earlier. And in just a few minutes, this tree will replant itself back in the soil again. Now, this area was seen as Michael Land, including Clutch Lives with Chevy Chase and Julianne George. And it was also used in another one of our television series called Amazing Stories. Now, if we were to leave mix different silent movies at once by using a different street corner for each town. Each one of these corners contains its own, so use something again. You can see some Army vehicles here on my side. Those were used in 1977 in MacArthur. A lot of them at that time were blow-up vehicles, and we could blow them up, put them back together, and use them in the rest of the film. I also see a riverboat here on my side. Well, this was built in 1955 for Mississippi Gambler, starring Tyrone Power. Now you see right now it's been recently painted because it was just used in a Touchstone production of Dick Tracy, starring Warren Beatty and Madonna. Warren Beatty, well, believe it or not, this was the entire Pacific Ocean for McHale's Navy, starring Tim Conway and Ernest Borgnine. Now I know it does look rather see an arc. That was used in the movie Clutch Lives with Chevy Chase. And that airplane you see was seen in the Tales of the Gold Monkey. That's Cutter's Way, a television series. Wait a minute. This area up here is filled with water. I don't know how this happened, but I saw the Ten Commandments, and I remember Charlton Heston stood upon a cliff and commanded the waters to part. Well, here at Universal, I think we can create the same miracle in just a different way. I'm going to need all of your help. On the count of 3, if you could all just yell out, "Part the waters," I think we can do the trick. Okay, everybody? 1, 2, 3. Part the waters! Good job, everybody. It's working. The waters are parting. And this is actually how we created the parting of the Red Sea for the 20th Century Fox film, History of the World Part 1. Now you see in the original 10 Commandments, it was a silent film. We didn't have anything this technical to use as the parting of the Red Sea. So Cecil B. DeMille took a frozen block of gelatin, he cut it in half, and then using gas jets, filmed it and melted the two ends back together. When he reversed the film,
Remember on 10 Commandments, going right into the water.
This was the whole entire island used in the television series Tales of the Gold Monkey. If you take a look on the driver's side, you'll see a house, or the facade of a house, actually. Well, that was used in John Hughes lived. It's also where Norman Bates would have been going over cobblestones, but in all actuality, this was just regular cement that was molded into cobblestones to create the European effect. You'll also notice on the driver's side, that little area back there, that's known as the arch with the brown doors is where Frankenstein's monster made his first appearance all those years ago. This area has been 1940s. Well, that's because they were relatively inexpensive to produce and actually made so much money. They actually helped us survive a lot of rocks in this area. However, these rocks are actually made out of styrofoam. See, that way, if they would ever hit, a lot of the special effects, light, and camera equipment as well. So we keep this in here so that in just 5 minutes, the actors and directors and even the camera crew can come right back into this area and start filming almost immediately. And like I said, you'll notice a lot of newspaper machines, phone booths. Well, these all actually work. Oh, don't worry about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a small California tremor. We get them all the time. Anyway, as I was saying, just remain seated and remain calm, everybody. the talking mule lived. We actually got him to talk by putting peanut butter on the roof of his mouth, so when he delivers with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. Once again, we're keeping them back here just in case we ever want to use them again. We're now about to travel. We don't want anybody to get hurt. Wait a minute, George, what are you doing out there? I told you earlier today you can't fish here. There's sharks in these waters, and I know you wouldn't want to get hurt. George, can you hear me? You're going to have to go turn in your boat. I'm serious. Oh my goodness, there's a shark right now. George, turn around. George, I'm not kidding this time. Turn around. There's a shark right behind you. George, can you hear me? A shark.
Oh no, help, help, help!
Oh, George, why didn't you listen to me? We've been trying to catch this double shark. We put some bait on that yellow buoy out there, but for some reason, the shark won't come.
He's gonna come out.
Wait a minute, what's that music? Must mean something's gonna happen. Hang on, everybody, he's taking the pier. Yes, here he comes on my side, it's Jaws. Series Endless Summer. See, we get our neighborhoods in a lot of different ways here. For example, here on my side, you'll see Miss Mona's Chicken Ranch with the best little whorehouse in Texas. That stars Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. Well, actually, this is a practical set. We can film inside of it as well as outside. It does have real rooms inside of it, similar to the way a dollhouse would open. And we can get our cameras inside and film in different rooms if we need to. It was currently used in a Pepsi commercial starring Elvira. You'll be able to hear that on the air pretty soon, so keep your eyes open for those. Here on the driver's side, we are filming a Lassie for Stone, and the Lassie that you see is the 7th generation of the original Lassie. Well, now that area is occupied by that family. Now, the cycle house is actually built on a 7/8 scale. That way, when Anthony Perkins would stand in front of it, he would appear larger than normal. And the Bates Motel that you see at the bottom wasn't actually built until Psycho 3. You see, during the movie Psycho, all they used was a painting. In Psycho 2, they built a few of the rooms, and it wasn't until Psycho 3 that they finished the entire motel. Now, in this area, they are currently filming the 8 is Enough filming of the 8 is Enough reunion. That's so fun! Inside of it as well as outside. And the manhole bear cave you see next to that house was built for the grave. We filmed that on location in the Bahamas. When we needed the shark attack scenes, we needed a more controlled environment, so we had to come up here. In order to construct the entire ocean in the middle of the valley, we had to put up that large backdrop to block out the valley. We had to paint it bright blue to match the sky from the Bahamas that we already used in John Carpenter's movie, The Thing, that starred Kurt Russell, and it was seen as Antarctica. Now, when we get up this high, it does get rather chilly, but we do like to take you through our ice tunnel here on the lot. Because when we travel through this ice tunnel, it gives us a shortcut back to the entertainment center. However, I have to warn you, a couple earlier trams today had some avalanche problems. I don't think we're going to have that problem because I'm going to tell you right now, just everyone be super duper quiet. See, what they were doing is they're telling everybody on their tour to be so quiet, they just kept talking to themselves. All these tour guys just keep talking. They started their own avalanche in the ice tunnel, and it wasn't even the tour people's fault. So I'm just going to tell you right now, just be totally quiet because I know you don't want to start an avalanche. Just not even a pin drop. Just a pin drop, avalanche starts, and then what would happen, you know, we'd get covered with snow, we could get stuck in here, like it's, oh no, I didn't, I started an avalanche, hang on everybody, and if you get dizzy, just close your eyes.
We're not moving, Gary. It's the walls that are